Hi B, everyone. Thanks for jumping back into the Should I Go to School series for sports management. Today we're going to be talking about St. Louis University, the St. Louis Billikens, and whether you should go to school there for sports management, and also what the heck a Billiken is. So let's jump right in. You'll see that we've already completed analysis for the University of Florida, Temple University, and the University of Oregon. Today we're going to do SLU. Next week is the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Career swim lanes, we've covered these in details. If you want to go over those again, just look at the University of Florida video or the Temple University video. We covered the salaries. All right, 7 categories. You help develop these categories. School info and attributes, location and travel, cost and funding, program focus and requirements, internship, available sports program, and campus and community life. The ones that received higher weightings from you are location and travel, program focus and requirements, and the internships. All right, let's jump right in. St. Louis University is in St. Louis, Missouri. It's a private school. It's a Catholic Jesuit college, full-time undergrad, 6,800 students approximately. They receive several rankings from niche, including number 10 in the country for nursing, number 10 for physical therapy, 17 for disregard that one. Best college for public health, number 32. Best college for criminal justice, number 43. And you'll see down there bottom left, best college for sports management, number 86 of 435. Application deadline is November 1st of your senior year. 56% acceptance rate. 72% of the students submitted an ACT, but in this 21-22 school year, they no longer require the ACT be submitted. It cannot be used as a derogatory against a student's application file. However, it can be used to enhance a student's application file. And when I spoke with Miss Debbie, very nice and informative, she's the Associate Dean of the Business School, she said that the average ACT score is 26, so with your 27, definitely something you should submit and could help you get in. And they look at college preparatory classes and your GPA as other strong indicators for the applicant's file. Several immunizations required, which is common amongst colleges. Several good, strong grades from niche.com, including A for academics, A- for diversity, B+ for athletics, A+ for professors, B for dorms, student life, A-. Value is an A. Campus is a B+, party scene A-, location is an A, campus food's a B, and safety is a C+. All right, here's some U.S. News and World Report rankings that weren't covered in the niche rankings. Some are graduate school rankings, but as far as undergrad goes, number 17 in the country for entrepreneurship, and number 38 for undergraduate finance. Location and travel costs, it's basically a day trip. It's a day trip for you to drive home, just over 7 hours, no overnight stay required. You're looking at 23 gallons of fuel with the car that you drive, so close to $150 each way to come home. So $300 round trip to go home for the holidays or the summer. If you want to fly from St. Louis Airport to La Crosse, you're looking at $425. That could go up or down depending on inflation, but right now it's pretty inflated. It's usually in the 300s to go home. Cost and funding. SLU is very expensive. It's a private school, so that how they treat the GI Bill is different. So let's just jump right into it. Costs $48,000 to go there every year approximately. So you're looking at $192,000 with no scholarship, no grants, no loans. Just out of pocket initially. It's $192K. If you add in housing, meals, and books with the tuition, you're looking at $62K a year times 4 years, so right under $250,000. But the GI Bill does cover $25,000 a year, so that it covers just over $100,000. That leaves an out-of-pocket cost for you of $21,000 approximately per year, so it's close to $88,000 for your 4 years there. But SLU is a member of the Yellow Ribbon Program, which attempts to make up the difference of what the GI Bill does not cover, but they cap it at $14,000 a year. So even if you applied for the Yellow Ribbon Program, which I think you could get it because in 2020, for example, 41 people received yellow ribbon benefits, and SLU's website says that they offer funding for up to 80 people per year. So you could get the yellow ribbon program funding, but you just have to apply for it. Even with that, there's still an out-of-pocket cost of about $8K a year. So $32K a year out of pocket, which that could be offset with either academic scholarships, which I think you're competitive for, or financial aid, or student loans, or there's other strategies. Plus your housing allowance you get from the GI Bill is more than housing costs, so you could pay down your tuition with that as well. But there will be some out-of-pocket costs. All right, program focus and requirements. It is a Bachelor of Science, Sports Business. So there are 48 arts and science core requirements, 48 credit hours. You get to pick those from a list, and there's 45 kind of common body knowledge courses that are required. And so sports business courses that are required, there's a total of 18 credit hours that you're going to take, which is more than Oregon in this case. Intro to sports management, integrated sports business planning, sports marketing, and then you get to pick 3 from the list: sports economics, negotiations and conflict resolution, intercollegiate athletics management, project management, legal issues, sports and entertainment, sports analytics, sports business internship, which we'll talk about that. Here's a sample program. It kind of shows you what your requirements are from the business degree, as well as electives and common courses, as well as the sports business courses. So here you go. Year 1, college algebra. Again, it's a Bachelor of Science, so there's going to be a little bit more technical skills involved. Learning more technical skills, which will be useful for career placement and job placement, because a Bachelor of Science usually carries a little bit more weight than a Bachelor of Arts. So college algebra, business foundations, advanced strategic rhetoric and research, then a few arts and science core classes that you get to pick from a catalog. And they're Calc 1, Principle of Economics, Introduction to Business Statistics, Public Speaking, which you'll do good at that, Arts and Science core, and you get to pick from a list again. Second year, Financial Accounting, Introduction to Business Technology Management, Introduction to International Business, a couple more arts and science classes you get to pick: Accounting for Decision Making, Career Foundations, Legal Environment of Business, Intermediate either Macroeconomics or Microeconomics, a couple more arts and science classes. Third year, Management Theory and Practice, and then Intermediate Macro or Micro, whichever one you didn't take the previous semester. Principles of Finance, Introduction to Marketing Management. And here you go, spring of your junior year, your first sports management course, which is Intro to Sports Management. Then you get to pick a sports business elective from the list I showed you previously. Introduction to Management Science and Operations Management, a couple more arts and science classes. Your fourth year, sports marketing. You get to pick another sports business elective, another arts and science elective, 2 more electives. Integrated sports business planning. You get to pick another sports business elective. Business capstone, strategic management policy, totaling 120 credit hours. The Bachelor of Science in Sports Business will actually be listed as such on your diploma when I spoke to Debbie, which is good. That's different than Oregon, which just listed your business degree without the sports concentration. If you did decide to get a minor, it would not be listed on your diploma. However, it would be it would be listed in your transcripts. Internship. SLU is the oldest college in St. Louis and have established many business relationships as far as sports business goes. They help place internships with the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues, the Gateway Grizzlies, the Gateway Motorsports Park, where the NASCAR is across the river, St. Louis University Athletics Department, Division I. There are plenty of internship programs. You can either do this on your own during the summertime, or you can take the 3 credit hour elective with the 1 credit hour internship preparation. You go to the Career Center. They help you with your resume. They show you the jobs that are available. And she said you have a really good chance of getting an internship with the Cardinals or the Blues, but she couldn't guarantee it because not everybody does, but a lot of the sports business students do. And with the Cardinals and Blues, those are most likely unpaid, since they don't have to pay. The demand exceeds the supply. And I'll show you what one of those internships looks like here. All right, this is an ad that I found: stadium operations internship at St. Louis Cardinals, probably during the summer. During the events, you assist with incident reports, you assist with on-field ceremonies, employee distribution as needed, you assist with logistics, wristband distribution, Fredbird card distribution, answer emails and phone calls. And they're looking for folks that are enrolled in a sports management, event management, or business university program. Next, available sports programs. You'll see some of them there. They're known for their soccer program, baseball, both girls and boys soccer, and volleyball. You can see one of their star pitchers there with an epic mustache. Men's Division I sports is baseball, basketball, cross country, soccer, swimming and diving, tennis, track and field. And for the women, basketball, cross country, field hockey, soccer, softball, swimming and diving, tennis, track and field, volleyball. What's unique about SLU compared to the other colleges so far is the massive amount of intramural sports you can participate in as a student throughout the year. Intramural sports include 5v5 basketball, 5v5 futsal soccer, dodgeball, flag football, indoor volleyball, kickball, outdoor soccer, pickleball, sand volleyball, and wiffle ball. Besides the intramural sports, they have club sports where they play other students from SLU, they play other teams in the area, and they travel. And those sports that you can do year-round are badminton, baseball, basketball, men's and women's, crew, cycling, equestrian, fencing, golf, ice hockey, kayak, karate, lacrosse, men's and women's, pickleball, rugby, running, soccer, men's and women's, softball, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, tennis, ultimate frisbee, men's and women's, and open, volleyball, men's and women's, and water polo. Campus and community life. 92% of freshmen live on campus, which means 8% probably got waivers because there is a requirement to live on campus your freshman year and also your sophomore year. Food gets a rating of a B, campus quality is a B+, student life gets an A-, and safety is a C+. Apparently the campus is safe, probably similar safety to Temple. It's in the city, surrounded by some areas where there are some crime problems that they're working through right now. So it gets a C+ rating for safety. What the heck is Billiken? I learned something during this week researching. All these years I never really asked what a Billiken was, but here it is. So in 1908, a woman named Florence Pretz designed that character that you see in the top left and actually received an official U.S. patent for it. Wrote a famous poem on it called the Billiken. It's named after a Chinese god, the god of things as they ought to be. And there was a football coach, John Bender, in 1910. You see him in the top right there. Kind of has a kind of a robust face, and so they said he kind of looked like the Billiken. And so they started calling his team Bender's Billikens, and the name stuck. I'm not sure how well it blends with Jesuit University, but things as they ought to be is you ought to try to go to college and get a degree in something you're interested in, and SLU's theory is you ought to go to SLU to get a great experience. That's how it ought to be. So it just stuck. Billiken is globally known. In the bottom right, you'll see a statue that's in a museum in Tokyo. Conclusion, here we go. SLU is a private Jesuit Catholic college. You get a Bachelor of Science in Sports Business instead of a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science option. It's just a BS, which is useful business technical skills come from that. So that's why you probably saw the calculus and the statistics in there. They have 6 specific sports business classes that you have to take. Diploma actually does say Bachelor of Science in Sports Business. Great career placement at SLU, hence the good value despite the price tag, because the price tag is pretty high. But because of the strong graduation rate, strong earnings potentials, and the strong earnings that were reported by alumni that went to SLU, give it a good value of an A, so you can get a pretty good job for pretty good pay coming out of SLU. They actually integrate job and career descriptions into the sports business courses, so as you're taking these courses, they kind of go through what it takes to succeed and qualify in those different swim lanes that we talked about previously. SLU is expensive. GI Bill does not cover all, but the yellow ribbon makes up 65% of the remaining out-of-pocket, leaving about $7,000 a year. The extra BAH can help with that. Scholarships, aid, loans can help with that as well. Several top rankings, niche and U.S. News and World Report. Number 10 in the country, physical therapy. Number 10 for nursing. Number 17 for undergraduate entrepreneurship. 32 for public health. 38 for undergrad finance. Excellent career placement program with statistics to back it up. Division I sports. Where it lacks in those areas, it makes up intramural and club sports with a massive list of sports you can participate in, a wide variety throughout the year there on campus or in the area. Internship program is optional, not requirement, but internships are available that they help place with the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues, Gateway Grizzlies. Strong internship placement from SLU according to Debbie, the Associate Dean. Business School ranked number 71 in the country. U.S. News and World Report. Safety gets a C+ grade. I have C- on there, it's a typo. Academically competitive, 56% acceptance rate, 77% graduation rate. Average ATC is 26. ACT helps but cannot hinder. 26 is average, so your 27 will help, along with your GPA and college prep courses is what they're looking at. You have family in the area, both sides of the river. Your cousin goes to SLU. It's the same day drive home to Wisconsin. You do have to live on campus your first 2 years. All right, let's jump into the scoring. Again, you can change these scores as you deem fit, but we tried to evaluate these as objectively as possible. School info and attributes. SLU gets a 5 for its the several top rankings it's received and strong career placement and job placement post-graduation. Location and travel gets a 5. It's in Missouri. It's a day trip home to Wisconsin. Cost and funding, it gets a 4. The GI Bill does not go all the way. There will be some out-of-pocket costs that we're going to have to develop a strategy for on how to get after. And we discussed some of that earlier. So it gets a 4. It's expensive, and there will be out-of-pocket costs. Program focus and requirements, which is high weighting from you. It gets a 4. And the reason for that is some of the other sports management programs required more classes in sports business than just a total of 6, although this one did provide more than the sports business concentration at Oregon. And the Bachelor of Science is a really good program to participate in, but because it wasn't as extensive in sports specific classes, it got a 4 compared to the 5. Internship is a strong 4, but some of the other colleges had full 12 credit hour, full semester, full focus. Internships, these are optional. You can take an elective. They do have good placement, and because you can get placed with the Blues and Cardinals, sorry about that, it did receive a strong 4, but available sports programs received a 5, and where it did lack in D1 sports available for you to participate in or watch, it made up in the most massive list of intramural sports that you can do yourself throughout the year. Campus and community life received a 5. There's a lot to do in St. Louis. You have family on both sides of the river. Your cousin goes to school there. You were born there. And apparently the campus life receives an A grade from the students. So they like being on campus. Despite the C+ rating for safety, all of those other factors that I listed previous were strong enough to give it a 5 for campus and community life. Alright, so that does it. That's the last slide. I did not make my goal of 10 minutes or less, but I'll just keep trying to get these dialed in, get better at them. But thanks for watching this video, And next week is the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Bye.